years of art, passion, and belief in Beirut. The Aïshti Foundation celebrates its 10th anniversary with Flash Flowers, a powerful exhibition drawn from Tony and Ilham Salamé's remarkable collection, a tribute to beauty, resilience, and a city that never stops blooming.
بس فتحنا الفاونديشن كانت مثل حلم خصوصا بلبنان، وكتير قليل الناس يلي صدقونا برا انه رح نقدر نجيب هالاعمال الفنيه على بيروت. من 10 سنين اجى العالم كله وكانوا انبسطوا لانه ما كانوا متوقعين يشوفوا هالاعمال وهالديالوج بين بعد الفنانين اللبنانيين والفنانين الاجانب. وبعد كل ما مرق فيه البلد من سنه ونص ما قدرنا نعمل معرض هون عملناه بروما ببالاتسو بربريني. هيدا لنا بيمثل عامل ثقة بالبلد، لأن أنا بوثق بلبنان. أنا برأيي لبنان مقبل على نهضة كتير قوية، نحن مؤمنين فيها ورح نشارك فيها. مشان هيك هيدا المعرض لنا غير إنه 10 سنة، هيدا كوميتمنت إنه نحن رح نكمل للمستقبل.
Co-curated by Massimiliano Gioni and Roberta Tenconi, two of the most influential curators on the global art scene, Flash Flowers brings together over 70 female artists from Lebanon and around the world, including Cecily Brown, Amy Silman, Joan Semmel, Etel Adnan, and more. The exhibition takes its title from a work by Miriam Khan, part of Tony and Ilham Salamé's private collection, and explores the complex dialogue between the body and painting, where abstraction and figuration meet to question materiality, identity, and representation.
We have done many shows together, Tony and I, here, and we always choose one painting or one work to give the title. Flash flowers are very beautiful flowers who only blossom for a few hours at night. So it's a flower that is very beautiful but hard to see because he has this peculiarity of blossoming only for a few hours, and very strangely they don't smell very good. So it's a flower that I think combines beauty and corruption and beauty and bodies together. So it became what I think is a great metaphor for this show and for the desire of beauty in spite of everything around it.
So it kind of resembles Beirut, right?
Yes, I didn't say that, but that's the subtext. I think it's a show that invites us to find ourselves first of all, in a culture and in a moment in time that is certainly not easy. There are artists here, making bodies. At times they're beautiful, at times they're fractured and hurt. It's also, many of the artists invite us to find ourselves in the middle of digital technologies and screens, like the paintings behind me. There are artists that are inviting us to rediscover your subjectivity in a world that is very digital, very distant. So I think it's a show also that talks about, touch and being yourself in a society that is often just interrupted by screens and by digital information.
Through their works, international artists share a silent dialogue reflecting Tony Salamé's belief that art transcends boundaries and reveals the connections that bind us across cultures.
حبينا نخلق حوار بين الفنانين يلي لازم يكون موجود بين الفنانين اللبنانية والأجانب، لأنه هذا الحوار لازم يكون يونيفرسال، لأنه الآرت ما عنده ليميت، ما عنده حدود. في واحد يكون فنان لبناني وعايش برا مثل ايتال عدنان 3/4 حياته، في يكون فنان أجنبي ويقدر يعمل أعمال هون. بس نحطهم مع بعضهم ونقدر نخلق بلاتفورم لهالديالوج بلبنان، هيدي شغلة كتير مهمة.
Before the opening, the Aïshti Foundation hosted a panel discussion at the Sirsut Museum with artists Joan Semmel, Ser Surpas, Katya Saib, Dala Nasser, and Munira Salah. The female body was a key theme in the conversation, as Tony Salamé asked Semmel why she never returned to abstraction. Having begun her career with abstract forms, Semmel now paints the female body figuratively, often using her own image to avoid objectifying other women.
So my question, when I went to pick the paintings, I did some research before, and I liked really your abstract early paintings from the 60s, and for sure the bodies later on. And I was struck by the beauty of the abstract painting. I remember some people saying, don't buy the abstract, she's known for the nude and the body paintings. You never considered going back or doing something in the abstract world or you think that nudity sells, or nudity is more gratifying, or what's the reason you never went back to those abstract paintings?
I use the abstraction together with the body images, so that I always was trying to include my experience as an abstract artist within the representation that I was making. It seemed to me that historically speaking, in Western art, the narrative was always a dominant form of what the content was. And then with the revolution, the abstract revolution, there was a total denial of content, and it became all about just the abstract image of creating an image that did not refer specifically to anything in nature or in society. And I was used to having paintings looked at and people explaining what was happening in the color, in the style, but never the content. They never discussed the content. And I wanted to find a way to make the abstraction work for the content, not against it, to be able to include it and to be able to utilize both that everything that had happened historically, both a narrative and an abstraction, was a big kind of treasure chest, and we could pick and choose and put it all together if we wanted to. And that was my purpose.
After the discussion, This Is Art sat down with Semmel to ask about the importance of artists engaging in cross-cultural conversations, especially in a world that often feels so divided.
First part of the conversation is the work itself, and that it stimulates all kinds of questions, that opens up ideas that have been prevalent in one country and helps them to exist over the whole world. So we have an international conversation at this point, automatically almost. The work going out over the internet is amazing how many people it reaches. And I'm amazed when I come here and people say, oh, I know your work. And that's before the exhibition. So after the exhibition, I'm sure that will be extended. And when you see it on the internet, it's just a sort of example, but it's not the same kind of thing. I did have a chance to see the exhibition, and I think it's wonderful. It's very exciting. It's very intelligently put together and beautifully hung, and very exciting for me to see work like that, some of which I know and some of which I've never seen before, and see it all hung in one place under the optimum conditions. It's really quite stimulating, exciting.
And just like that, the Aïshti Foundation continues to celebrate art as a source of inspiration and hope in a city that never stops dreaming.